What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike. This is another Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by my tag partner, Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
Like always, we have a lot of wrestling. We got two pay-per-views to cover, so we're gonna kind of have a weekend wrestling kind of speed up and then do the reviews of the pay-per-views. But first, we have our wrestling retrospect, and I picked High Energy, which is the tag team of Owen Hart and Coco Beware. They had unique outfits. They're very tacky, but I thought they were cool. I remember a kid. I was very excited to see when I remember when the Hasbro came out of Owen Hart and he had the gear on, and I was like, oh shit. And then Coco Beware stopped tagging him, and they didn't he became the new foundation with Jim Diamond Neidhart with the same outfits too. They had the same style. Anyway, my first match of this match. Sorry that there was not a lot of matches. I was trying to find a bunch of them, but I couldn't find shit. And I thought they had more matches under the belt than I saw, but I had to go with this one, and this was because they were challenging for the tag team championships. This is Money Inc. versus High Energy. Money Inc. found every single way in this match to cheat and try to cause havoc in this match. They were not. You know what? My mistake. They were not tag champions at the time. This was on part WWF Challenger Challenge. That was like the Saturday morning show. This was February 21st, 1983. It was a fun, high energy match. Like again, the name and say Coco Beware. I will give him his credit and credit's due. He didn't look like he was gonna be super fast, but he was extremely fast and he moved extremely good in the ring. Um, I wish they got more with this tag team. Like, imagine the Rockers being at this point with them. That would have been a fun ass match to do. But Owen Hart and him are it's just kind of starting off, but you see a lot of the big spots with the flipping the arm drag and stuff like that. You see a lot of babyface moves. Owen Hart having an amazing drop kick, but the only way Money Inc. won is by cheating, and that Bobby the Brain knocked Owen Hart with the briefcase, and Bret Hart came for the save.
Wait, so they won? They won?
Money Inc. won. Bret came for the save though.
Ah, boo.
They were beating up Owen Hart. I think that was the first time they acknowledged them. They were brothers too. Like they really acknowledged the brotherhood, even though he went by Owen Hart. Like that was the first time they were in the ring together. Oh yeah, they were the tag champions again. My mistake. They were the tag champs. All right. Now your match.
Uh, my first one is High Energy versus Brian Jewell and Ken Johnson is the names
Yep.
I got here. Um, no. For some reason, I got into my play. That's not the one I saw. Ah, here we go. The one I told you about. High Energy versus Kato
All right.
and Barry Horowitz.
There you go.
Let's see if they have the date. Nope. Oh yeah, they do. 1992, uh, 504. What is that? May 4th, I hope. Um, so people know who Barry Horowitz is if you know 90s wrestling. That's not hard. I don't think anybody knows Kato.
Okay.
Kato. No, he is not actually Japanese. He's a big white guy. The funny thing is, I found out through watching these matches that Kato is also Max Moon too.
I'm surprised they actually had a sequel of Max Moon. That just shocked me.
I don't know. Maybe they felt Conan didn't give it enough of a try, and they were like, one more go. I just put him in a capsule and lock him away. Don't bring him
Yeah.
back.
Probably made him
But
grow his chest hair out and shit, because Conan was a hairy dude.
but well, I mean, it won't affect the
Oh
costume
yeah, he
because
had
you
the
can't see it.
bodysuit
It's a
on.
bodysuit.
Yeah, I forgot.
So anyway, this is a Birdman, still half Birdman because he has the pants,
Okay.
but I noticed th- some of the matches they have complete matching gear.
Yeah.
So this is half Birdman, half high energy
Okay.
Coco Beware. Um, because the bird is out here.
Mm.
So we got. Uh, I would just say one thing that is overshadowed a lot when you talk about Max Moon slash Kato is that the guy was actually very, very good in the ring,
Yeah.
and it kind of sucks. But then again, I think about it, and that's just like it's the nature of the business. Not everybody could be the star, but you need people
Yeah.
who could actually kind of stand up to what Owen was doing.
Yeah.
Because goodness gracious, you see Owen Hart move, it's like I don't even think today on a technical level that people can really do what he was actually doing.
Yeah.
And I'm just
He's.
talking about like the actual move for move things where he kips up and he's so low to the ground that I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it that low to the ground, where his
Yeah.
knees are like still not even perpendicular, like they're not straight. They're at an angle because they're so low, and his feet are like how do you get that balance? Like, it is kind of scary. So, I think that's one of the good things of watching these matches is just to see how good and like they say ahead of his time Owen Hart was. Of course, Kato Barry Corbin still wins. So there you go. It is a disgusting display of drop kicks because that's what they do, two aerial drop kicks, and I think Coco's hits Kato in the head by accident is messed up, and Owen Hart pins him.
All
That's
right.
it.
My second match is just because they look like two putties. It's high energy versus the executioners, pain and agony. I don't know who the fuck they were. That was behind the costumes, but they didn't last long. They're in all black suits. They look like straight up. They look like Lord Zed's putties. The Lord Zed's Power Rangers. Just all in
Mm-hmm.
black. They wore some really black masks. They had white boots. Um, Probably two jobbers, probably like regular jobbers, just like that. One had like the mullet hair, so maybe that was Barry Hodowitz inside the mask. Maybe, I don't know. But they finish it with Owen Hart carries someone on his shoulders, and Coco Rare jaw kicks the living shit out of him, and then Owen Hart goes down like a suplex, like he goes down hard with the drop kick get when the drop kick hits. So that shit looks painful as shit, and they whoop
I'm
the
sure
ass.
they didn't care.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't care.
But I'm very I gotta go Google like who were the executioners. But I swear his one of the hairdos I see looks like Barry Horowitz or is it Durag? It's one of the two. Right? He's like all in black and it's like 1992 like visuals, so like it looks very Brock. But I like the fact that the bird is there and he's like looking on and fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan just talking shit about the bird.
That's pretty good.
Throughout the whole match, he's talking shit about the bird. So, but that was me in my second match.
The second one I have is High Energy versus the Dublin Destroyer and Dwayne Gill. Uh, Most people also who know, I think the Attitude Era. If you see Dwayne Gill, you you gotta know who he is. It's funny he looks like a less jacked Hogan because he's already balding and he's got the long blonde hair. Ah, I thought
Yeah,
that was a look that only Hogan could pull off.
like
Apparently, Dwayne Gill tried it.
like
Ugh.
the Make a Wish, like when you buy from Wish.com Hulk Hogan's costume, that's Ringo.
Just he just looked like a melted Hogan. It's not good. Um, and he does the pose. He does one of the poses. It's not good, man. Um, this is WWF 1992. I think it says 8/2/92.
Yeah,
The cool part, I think, even more than the match, RIP to Mean Gene, is that you have like this funny segments before and after with Mean Gene and Hacksaw. And so I kind of think I saw this because they were advertising. the Super Nintendo video game,
Oh, okay.
and Mean Gene was making a joke about them getting caught, the executives getting caught in the office playing the Super Nintendo, and then Hacksaw was like, "Yeah, Gene, sometimes I don't go to the gym because I'm giving my fingers a workout playing the SNES." That's just, I was just like, man, what? The advertising was real. Jesus. Um, I mean, the match is very, very short. I don't know what to tell you. They, the two guys that you probably don't really know as a tag team, get their asses kicked by High Energy. What can I tell you?
There you go. They did their job.
They did their job. This one, the finisher was, which was kind of cool. Maybe they should bring it back. Maybe it's too dangerous. I don't know. But it seems simple enough. It was like a doomsday device into a drop kick. So instead of a clothesline, it was a drop kick.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I like. But he like the only lands like really hard. Like he
Well, it's not
drops
that hard.
like
This one, I
really
think. Oh no,
heavy.
no. So it's not that bad. This one they turn him around. I'm confused with the other one they did.
Oh, okay.
This one, so the guy is facing Owen. He holds him up like
Oh, okay.
his upper body's up, and Coco drop kicks him, and then Owen rolls him up. So I
Oh,
think
so it's
that's
like
the
a
cool
heart
part.
attack.
Not yeah, heart attack stance, but a drop kick into a
Okay.
roll up,
So
and it's smooth.
the one I saw was more devastation. So he has him on his fucking shoulders facing Coco, and Coco shit kicks the shit out of him, but Owen drops like a fucking suplex.
Yeah, so I
It looks
think
so mean.
maybe your match was before mine, and I think they changed it.
That was a little later then. Yeah, because that was '93.
Oh no, oh no.
All right. You picked the Max Moon match. So I'm gonna pick one as well, and this was probably the worst finisher I've seen.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
just looked terrible. But this is High Energy and Max Moon. I don't think that's Conan. I really doubt that was Conan. Versus the Beverly Brothers and the Genius, Lenny Powerflow, Macho Man's brother.
So I mean, we might as well consolidate because I saw the
Oh,
same
that's the same
one.
one.
Yeah,
So
there's only one of
you
those.
saw the terrible fucking crossbody he did to finish the. Uh
It was just hilarious. I think the match itself was
Man,
hilarious.
Owen Hart should have just like finished. Owen and Coco should have finished the match, but the back and forth was alright. The Beverly Brothers was okay. They were just there. I think they fought them so many times. 'Cause I saw like three other different matches with them.
Yeah, everybody was solid. The genius was basically the one guy who was the scaredy cat
Yeah,
as a part of his character. So he was the real character
yeah,
wrestler in here. Um, but you could tell they were trying to get Max Moon, quote unquote, to the moon,
yeah,
and that's why he won the match. But it killed me when him and the genius were at the end, and he starts Dark Souls rolling it.
yeah.
What are you doing? Wait, I understand he was trying to show his agility, but in today's terms, oh man, I wish somebody would turn that into a meme.
Yeah, I seen Bronson Reed roll back way better than
No,
that.
he was quick. I'm not
Yeah,
saying it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad because they were two back to back. But like, bro, what are you Dark Souls rolling for? What is going on?
maybe that's where they got it from. They watched WWE '92 Max Moon.
What are
You
you
know what?
doing?
That's how you gotta roll in this game.
And he had cannons that shot out confetti.
Yeah,
So I really think he was Mega Man.
I don't know
Like
what.
he was a nondescript Mega Man because it's just like he's ugly.
You
Like
know what?
what the hell is that outfit?
You know what we need? Like a podcast of like. I guess Pritchard was in the backstage during that time. Michael Hayes and Brooklyn Brawler and just talk about the dumbass gimmicks they brought up because I want to know the backstory of these. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Max Moon looks like a pinata.
Yeah, that is true. That
Like
is
he looks
true.
like a human pinata. I'm just saying. And then like
And he's got like the predator dreads. Like,
yeah,
what is going on,
like
man?
I'm just saying, but like WWE probably because it makes some money. Like Avatar, you had it first.
Just what was going on, man?
And like, was it supposed to be an Aztec warrior? It was supposed to be like a Mexican warrior and stuff like that, or like he on straight up he looked like Pinata. Owen Hart and Kobe Beware was great though. I like
Why did
those.
he shoot? Why did he shoot confetti out of gauntlets? He was a bootleg Mega Man. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I'm calling him bootleg Mega Man.
All right. So that's high energy for you guys. Hopefully we get another person at the end of the cast, and we'll talk about it. Anyway, we go. Weekend wrestling. We do have two pay per views to cover up. I think WWE did a good job in building into King of the Ring. I think the two semifinal matches were great. Leading into the finals, I thought they did a good job with that. Um, but yeah, and then AEW Dynamite had stories to bring into Double or Nothing. I thought they did a pretty okay job with that too. Anything spotlight you want to put on for the week before we go into the pay per view?
I would say Gallus on NXT was a good week. Was a good thing.
Yeah, that was cool. And they're evil.
Mm. Mm.
That's gonna be interesting. That is gonna be interesting. All right. Let's do WWE. King of the Ring first. So King of the Ring was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So it was like a 2 o'clock pay per view. We kick off with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. We got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. You want to start?
Is she big dog? I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
Mm.
Was it a kickoff? Ah, it was a kickoff.
Mm.
It was a solid tag match. It was mainly to build Jade and Bianca as powerful, but I'll give Bianca all the credit. She's still selling the knee. But she don't do anything beyond trying to use it, so that's my only gripe with her. The match was okay. I think Andy and Candice were able to get their links in and make it some competitive. Um, they look like Pink Rangers, and then the other ones look like putties. So that's where you go. Um, I'll go 3 with the match. And then we have the first match of the night. Liv Morgan defeats Becky Lynch for the women's championship.
Thanks to the.
The unintentional dirty dom.
Well, it was intentional. It just was for the wrong person.
Yeah, we know his intentions. We see right through you.
No,
But yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying Becky was. She don't like him, so
yeah,
why would she take his help anyway? I get
exactly.
it.
She punched him in the mouth before. Like he has like reasoning to fuck Becky Lynch over. He got punched in the mouth before, so there you go. That there is
No, but
reason.
I'm
But
saying
no,
that's
no,
her reason for not trusting him. Like
yeah,
I get why she didn't take the chair. Like he
yeah,
doesn't want his whole deal was to stop Liv, but like at least it makes sense that that Becky wouldn't take it because yeah, I get that she's a good guy, blah blah blah, but like specifically she wouldn't take help from him anyway.
exactly.
So
Don't trust the mullet.
it wraps up nicely.
Yeah.
So
Thought the match was solid too. I thought they went back and forth pretty well too, and it was a full fort match. They both looked like a version of Britney Spears, which was kind of cool. I think
what's the
Liv,
tuxedo one from? I don't know.
it was like the VMA awards or some shit.
I've
I don't
never
know.
seen
I,
Britney in a
I saw
tuxedo.
people put the pictures together, and I was like, ah, okay, that's cool.
Okay, all right.
And then
I mine.
Liv done this kind of style before. She just updated it with not all patent leather because she said the first one when she took it off, it was just like all sweat.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Probably could have sold it on eBay. I mean, it made a dime. People are weird. Anyway, match itself, I thought it was solid. I thought it was a solid championship match, and Liv is your new champion. That also led into cage match yesterday, which is actually pretty solid. Um, I'll give it. I'll go four.
Yep. I think the the good was the back and forth between them because they've had some time to tussle.
Hmm.
Because I think before this they didn't really fight each other, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
And I think the match turned out good for it. And I think all of the pageantry added to it too. I like the outfits and the. The first thing I said when I saw Becky was like, "That has to be the figure."
I thought it was a penguin for a second, and then I realized it was that.
But I said it had you have to make that like
That's
there
fair.
has to be suit Becky,
Yeah,
tuxedo Becky.
tuxedo Becky.
Um, and again, I thought the end made sense and added to the match. It didn't take away from it,
Yeah,
so I'll give it a four.
I agree. Second match, next match is Intercontinental Championship match. Yes, Sami Zayn defeat Chad Gable and Bronson Reed.
The only thing I felt at the end of this match was I felt bad for Bronson
Yeah.
because he got kicked in the face.
Yep.
He got clothesline and he got kicked in the face. Pretty bad. That's all I'm saying.
I thought it was a solid match overall. It also had the story with Gable and Otis, and had like some building blocks with that. So I'll go forward with this one too. I thought it was a very solid triple threat match. They do triple threat match good. So I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Yeah,
This
four.
one, the 4-2-5. I thought the match inside and outside was great.
Yeah.
I think it had that NXT triple threat feel. I thought, you know what? This is kind of hard because in this match I wanted all three dudes to win, so
Yeah.
it didn't feel bad, but I thought it also felt kind of special with Sammy coming out with the garb and whatnot. So I was like, all right, I see you, man. I see you. So it just felt like at a
Yeah.
certain point, it just felt like he had to win. So I'm gonna say 4-2-5.
Alright. Nia Jax defeats Lyra Valkyrie for the Queen of the Ring. That was a mean ass Bonze drop.
Sure enough, but again, us as another stupid person, why do you people insist on trying to move this woman?
That's the
Like, do
baby
something
facing
else.
people.
Do something else. Like, hello?
You
Are you
know,
stupid?
this is one thing I'll say that they don't learn from the Bret Hart school is go when they're bigger than you, go for their legs.
Bret Hart wouldn't do that.
Bret
Like,
Hart
come
would
on.
never do that. He'll go for your leg. He'll drop kick your leg
Exactly.
or something. He would not try to powerbomb you.
Exactly. Exactly. So that now,
I
I'm
on
just saying,
yeah.
if we're going along with that, if Lyra's hurt, listen, you tried to do something stupid.
You
That's all
you
I'm saying.
try too much. That
Yeah,
is
but
all.
all I'm saying is, didn't Bianca teach you anything? Like, so she destroyed her leg lifting that woman up. Like, could you please learn from the other people that work with you?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think she lost on her own. I think she did it to herself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the story of the weekend.
you gave her the positioning, and she just like okay,
And I think the match was it was pretty damn good.
it was
Like, I
solid. It was very
dare I
solid.
say it was comparative to the first match in
Yeah,
terms of like how back and forth it was and how good it looked. And like I just go, man, you are stupid. That's the only thing I can always say when anybody does that.
yeah,
It's just like you're a dummy.
yeah.
So to that end, I'm not gonna take points away. I'm not gonna take points away. I'm gonna give it the same as I gave the first one. That's how I feel.
I'm gonna go
4-2.
four as well.
Oh, you go four, yeah, four.
I'm gonna go four as well. I think you know what, and I don't think people gonna give her the credit where the credit is due. Nia Jack's been fucking working great. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. She's been doing her character great, and it made sense. I honestly said it made sense for her to be the queen because heels will use it for their characters, but baby faces don't really use it like that. So
Yeah,
now you're gonna have Nia the queen of the ring. She gonna just
but
flaunt it, come out with a
I
big
also
ass
say
cape and shit.
the only thing I would say is we kind of have to let go of some of the old stuff because the old man is not in charge anymore. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
but it actually works with her character though.
No, no, I'm
Yeah.
saying it does, but I'm thinking like it could have been whoever because
Yeah,
like
I
just
got you.
want to give him a chance.
Yeah. But Nia did it. Like again, she did some dumb shit, and and it cost her the match. So there you go.
Hmm.
So she did it to herself. Next match we have Gunther versus Randy Randall Keith Orton, King of the Ring match. I think this was my favorite match of the night.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me this is match of the night. Credit to Randall taking those chops. Couldn't be me.
Think he got
Mm,
paid a little extra for that shit. He's like, fuck that.
mm, mm, mm. Give credit to Gunta for almost falling off the tower rope and then still flying,
Yeah,
doing the flying albatross perfectly. Like, okay, I like it. And then just being like, ah, I messed up. I'm gonna do it again. And then gets caught by RKO. So,
yep,
um, I think even the end of the match, whether intended or not, with Randall's shoulders not being completely down,
yeah,
even that added to it.
yeah,
Because instead of doing, like I said, like the old man thing they would have did, where
yeah.
they just would have ignored it and been like, "Too bad." They actually acknowledged it and was like, well, maybe they might want to run it back. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
Great match.
But officially, Gunta is the king of the ring.
Yep. Oh hail Gunther.
This one I'm gonna give 4.75. Not perfect, but it was up there in my match of the night as well.
I'm gonna go the same. I'll go same score. Undisputed champion Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul.
He got lucky. All I'm saying, he got lucky. You don't get that close to Michael Cole's face and not get slapped. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yo, one thing I will say about Michael Cole lately, he's been fucking like really like laying it on people. He be talking mad shit.
But that's because he's sitting next to Pat on Monday and he got him all hyped up.
Yeah,
So
yo, he be catching. Yo, he catches me all guard with some of the things he says, and I'm just like, I just fucking
and
got
now
up.
now you know how Logan Paul feels. So there
Yeah.
you go.
He's like, you call me a loser? Yeah, you a loser. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Corey Graves is open to wrestle,
So we'll see. We'll
and
see.
and he has a leg lock that's called the Lucky 13.
We'll see.
It'll fuck you up. Just saying. Just saying. I saw him wrestling with his brother. He was training with his brother recently. It's nice seeing him actually in the ring. Anyway,
I'm sure anybody who was a wrestler doesn't actually want to stop if it's due to injury. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So good.
But yeah, I think Corey Graves, like a lot of people don't know how he wrestled, and I thought like, yo, he was actually quite good. He was a very technical wrestler, and used to fucking lock people's knees and fucking tack. It was actually really cool. But anyway, for this match, it was very entertaining. The use of the drone when he did the body splash was actually kind of cool. Um, but it was typical Cody Rhodes using the ultimate Cody finisher the three times in order to take out Paul. But it was a solid match, back and forth. I slightly would go higher with the Orton and Gunther just because that's more my style match, but it was fun.
I think in the ring they did a good job. Uh, I think there always has to be, regardless of how much of a loser, as Michael Cole says,
Yeah,
Logan Paul might be, that he is very capable of adapting to different wrestling styles. Because Cody does wrestle differently from Roman, does it differently from Seth,
yeah,
which are all actually, and credit to him, those are all top stars. So there you go.
yeah,
Um, it's interesting to think about it. Like, I don't think anybody has wrestled all those guys on a PLE except him.
yeah. He
Like
wrestled.
all
Yeah,
of them.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, sure they wrestled them on Raws and whatnot, but like on the live events now, I don't think
because Paul
anybody's
hasn't
actually.
really wrestled on Raw or SmackDown. He's mostly been on the pay-per-views,
This is true. This is
but
also
he
true.
fought
But
the
I'm
who's
just
who.
thinking, like, has Drew fought all of them?
No,
Honest, no, he hasn't. He's only
it's
have not fought Cody.
Randall, Cody,
Yeah,
Ray,
right.
um, Seth, and Roman,
That's true. That's true.
and then
So let's.
the U.S. title match.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones he did. Overall pay per view, what you give it? Oh, what you give this match?
Match. This match I'm gonna give a 4.25. I think it added enough stuff to it. Had a lot of. See, this was more of a, like a standard
Yeah.
match, but it had so much story in it and around it that added to it that I thought it was good enough. So I'll say 4.25.
You know, I'll go around there. I'll go 4-5 as well. I thought it was a solid match. I thought it was fun, but I think the Gunther and Randall is like more the style I like to watch, and I think they did a hell of a job. So I think that was my match tonight. But this was a fun match, and again, some of the camera work they did was actually pretty cool. Overall pay per view would give it.
I guess I got to give it a 4.25.
Yeah, I'll go 4. Yeah, 4-5. All right. AEW Double or Nothing. You didn't watch any of the buyout, right?
No.
I'll say I only watched one match, and that was Deanna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. I'll give a 4. It was actually a really good match, and I didn't expect the technician side of both of them really to come out in the beginning of the show, kind of thing. So that actually really that pretty much like really got me really into it. It had like a Gunther versus Dragunov kind of vibe. They were like really trying to wail on each other. So I would say that match is really worth a watch. So yeah, I'll give it a 4. Then you had the second buy-in match, which was Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and Daddy Yaz versus the Cage of Agony, Cage and of Agony. So the Gates of Agony and Cage. Gets who loses.
No.
Yep.
Tell me. Don't tell me.
You're ready losing. Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony lost.
Uh,
Match wasn't that great. It was pretty. Eh. I'll go a 2.5. We kick off the show, Double or Nothing, with Roger Strong versus Will Ospreay. I think this is my match of the night. My only gripe, and this takes points away, is how the United Kingdom are a bunch of putty patrol, and they looked stupid when they did what they needed to do. That was my only gripe with the whole match. Other than that, the match was fantastic. I love seeing Roger Strong fucking doing his backbreakers. They're fucking insane. And Ospreay is Ospreay, so I don't go 4-5, but I would have gave 5 if that shenanigans and the putty patrol would have not be in the match.
I mean, I could pretty much just say I agree. It's kind of sad. Those guys are just still just buddies after all this time. They haven't upgraded to do anything meaningful on, like, whatever they do on Ring of Honor. I don't see. Apparently they have success, but man, when those two guys be helping you, you better off just bringing a gun or something, because do something illegal, because God, you're not gonna get help from them.
Yeah.
They almost killed Will Ospreay and themselves with that flying thing.
Yep.
I'm just like, bruh. Wardlow once again comes in and just does nothing and
He
gets
was
told
straight
to leave.
Rito.
But he came in, could have contributed to something, but his spot ended up being he gets caught, and then it gets caught in a position where that's that should be a DQ.
That
I get
100%
the
should have been
I
DQ.
get the ref was like, "You want me to take the belt away?" And I'm like, "Can you do that? Can you take the belt away for a DQ?" I'm
No,
like,
it has to be. Well, it has to be in the calls, I guess. Like, I don't know.
like,
They do what
but
they
I'm
want.
like, that's not gonna no. So you just look like you don't. it makes the ref look like he's locked into a position where he can't call
Yeah.
that type of thing because it's like it's in the script. You know what I'm saying? And that just takes me out of the match. And it's like that looks bad. I'm gonna give the match a 4.25 because the shenanigans I think took away from the match. I didn't think it added. I didn't think it was neutral. I think it took away
Yeah.
because that was an amazing match.
Yeah. Beyond that, like honestly, if you would take away the putty patrol, I would have been a five.
Yeah, I think so also.
It that shit whole that whole shenanigan shit ruined the match for me. I was just like, come on, man, such a good
Because they
shit.
didn't win. Because also you didn't win.
He
It's
didn't
just like,
win, and then also it was just dumb, like how they did it. Like it was like
and
not
that
thought out
Warlow
or
thing pissed
anything.
me off.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
He was like, duh, what? Right after the match, you have Adam Cole come out. He was gonna do his story time, and then you have the return of MJF with a Triple H look and a really ugly tattoo on his back of his leg.
Yeah, that's not a great. Mm-mm. Did you have a friend do that one for free?
I
Because that one not good.
like
I hope it was a marker.
of all the money you
I wish.
own and have, you could have gotten a nice one done.
No, no, no. Because maybe that was like the original tattoo. That if that was like when they first started, I get it.
No, it
Because he
wasn't.
never shows that off. He never showed that off.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
always wears long boots.
so whoever did that tattoo was probably drunk when they did it.
Maybe, maybe he was drunk and he moved.
That
But
is true. It wasn't a good tattoo. But anyway, he showed his tattoo and say he's there for life. He kind of went off and did his old thing
but I
and beat
will.
up Cole as well.
I have to give him credit though. That was the literal end of the whole thing. He had
Yeah.
a like a 5 minute thing, so he said a lot
Yep.
before that. You know what I mean? So I also was digging the custom jacket because if you look at the back, it had the Burberry on. I was like, okay,
Yeah, and then
I
he
see
said
you.
there was a
I
there
see
he
you.
Brian Myers was saying there was a Creator Pro little thing on the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So all right, all right.
Next match, Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle. For the trios undisputed title. I liked the match. They just I just felt like I kind of knew where Juice was gonna come in, and I saw where the spots were going, and that's my only thing with the AEW is that they kind of their spots showcase, and you can see where it's gonna go. I like the aggressiveness of the two. That DDT to Pac was fucking mean, but I like to see Juice Robinson back, so it was a solid. I'll go. I'm gonna go 3.75 with this match.
For me, this one was a solid match. I think I liked seeing that triangle back,
Me too.
but I liked this version of the Bang Bang Gang in the ring. They're pretty good. Like I think that's something that yeah, they talk a lot. So they have a lot of, and I'm not mad, but I think that would be like you will forget because they have so much promo time that you kind of think, man, do they ever wrestle? I'm like, yeah, they do wrestle, and they're damn good. They're damn good. So glad to see Juice back. I think there was one spot besides that DDT that was disgusting. There was one where they triple teamed. I think it was the tall one. Was that Austin, right? No, Austin is the shorter one. Colton. And it looked like they killed him. So that was cool. This one I'm gonna give it 4.
Yep. Next match we have AEW Women's Championship match. You have Tony Storm versus Sarah Deebs. I actually liked the match. I thought it was very technical sound, and I thought they really played really well to their styles. Even with the character story and everything like that, it was probably my favorite women's match. Besides the end, I thought it was like a really good match. So I'm gonna go 4-5 with this.
Uh, this one I think maybe they saw the first match that you saw,
Yeah.
and they just went in there and they thought they had to throw bombs because they was trying to kill each other. Like at maybe 5 minutes into the match, they got real mean, And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yep, I'm locked in. And I think this and the last women's match end up feeling like the the best matches of the night, like wrestling, like just regular
Yeah.
matches wise,
Yeah.
because they didn't have so much nonsense involved. Even though they had something, how do you both have some type of deal outside the ring, but it still seems to add
Yeah.
and not take away?
Like
And it
I
just
go ahead.
that first one, it just made me mad. Still makes me mad. I think it is.
Yeah.
So this one, I'm not gonna go quite 4-5. I'm gonna go 4-2-5.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say I thought this one is extremely solid.
Yeah. I liked the
Like, dude,
technician.
she did her joint on the apron. I don't think Tony. Listen, I'm not throwing shade at Serena, but she is a slimmer woman. I don't think her thighs were able to protect Tony's feet
I
100% on that apron. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Bruh, they was swinging for the fences. She did a pile driver off the top rope. What?
Yeah.
Come on, have you ever seen that before?
No, that's mean.
Like, I don't. Have you ever seen that before?
I've seen it
I'm
before,
trying
but
to say.
it looked good and it looked safe, but it looked good.
But I'm trying to say, like, what they were doing stuff that just
Yeah.
looked disgusting. So I gotta give them credit.
And with the outside thing, it also works with Tony's character, and nothing was really out of it. But when they did get involved, it was all in character. So again, I'll go 4 or 5. I really enjoyed it. Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. I just have issues with this match because I feel like again Deanna Peraza and Thunder Rosa could have easily been the place of this, and you could have put this on a Collision and Dynamite, and probably no one would have batted an eye because you didn't do anything to involve the story. You kind of just went the same way. Other than that, like the as a match itself, it was solid. They did their thing. They kind of both went out. They both look like they have good chemistry. But from the story standpoint, I really didn't care. So I'm gonna go 3-5 with this.
Which one is this?
Cassidy versus Beretta.
I thought it was match wise it was solid. Um, the only thing I thought that was off about the match was the fact that they tried to sell you on Trent insisting on having a normal match. So that's why it felt a little underwhelming for me. And then to go through all that and then he still loses is just like what the hell is the story you trying to tell here?
Yeah,
What's going on? So he's ineffective. He consistently loses. I'm
yeah,
trying to understand. Like he's not a good villain in that case.
yeah,
You clearly didn't hurt the guy, no matter how many times you dropped him on his head. Um, but I'm not saying the match was bad. It was just like the sort of story it just didn't have me invested
no.
100%.
And I
So
even to go go after his neck because he got took a pile driver on a steel cage, steel steps, and he still got up. So like you already didn't have like the damage control
but
or
then they had
anything.
another match after that,
Yeah,
and he still lost the match after that, and that was before this. So I'm like, bruh, just hang him up. Leave that man alone. Leave him alone. Um, we got so we call him Rubberneck Cassidy, and then we get later on in the show we get Fireproof Jack. So I'm just gonna say that. so so Rubberneck Cassidy in this match was all right,
yeah.
but I couldn't really care too much. So I'm gonna have to agree 375.
Yeah, I went three. I think 3-5. I went, but yeah. Next match. Honestly, I was surprised more than that. I enjoyed this match more than I thought I would. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Sabata. Um, it was fun. Like the match
Hmm.
was fun. They did dumb spots that made me laugh. The dice, Sabata throwing dice at people, fucking had me laughing. It also kind of got me back into the show because I didn't like the last match, so this match kind of got me back into it. So I really enjoyed it. So I'll go forward with this one.
Yeah, I think I agree 100% is that it was more fun than the last match, and it surprised me how good it was. So I'll stick it with a 4 as well.
I did not care about the bounty hunter showing up and helping them though.
No, because
The
I
pop.
couldn't not care because I was just invested in what was going on
Yeah.
the screen because everything they were saying, they were telling me
Yeah.
this guy was in the story. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, okay.
But it was right.
I shout outs to Big Bill. I hope he's okay. He almost got impaled
Yeah.
by a table. That was
Yeah. Yeah. He
crazy.
did.
Cartoon character. Sheesh.
Next match, John Moxley versus Takeshita.
All right. I think I lied earlier about forgetting about this match because I think this was one of the best matches on the show. So you go ahead and say how you feel, but I remember
Um,
it. Yeah.
I just felt like it wasn't important. Like like honestly, I would have took it more seriously if the title was on the line. But this was like a title contender match, so I didn't really take it seriously. So I did not care. The quality in the match, they brought it. Fucking, uh, this dude almost ripping John Moxley's pants during their last ride was hilarious. But I felt like they took away the importance, and this was a match that you could have easily had Takeshita win because it was a title contender match, and you failed to actually push that character, and that's what really bothered me. You failed to push the character. So, with that said, match quality wise and stuff like that, it I would go 4, but with everything else, like I just feel like you could have easily had him win. Could have had him build the character more and more, and again, you would have had to end up a New Japan title shot down the road too. So I'll go 375 with this match.
So I'm almost completely opposite. I'm checked out of the story. I just saw the match and I thought that shit was hot fire. And I thought the dude broke Moxley's arm like 5 minutes in because that looked disgusting. Um, the only reason I'm not giving this match a five is because Takashita lost, and I think that took away from it because it was like, why?
Yeah,
I think that's literally the only complaint I have about this match because again, I'm not dialed into the story week to week anyway.
yeah,
I thought this was a championship match, and when I found out it was, and I was like, all right, whatever.
yeah,
Um, but they killed each other. And I'm surprised there was not any blood on the level of Moxley match. I was like, what?
yeah. That was one thing I was
That's
surprised with.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. So he can turn the water. He can turn the waterworks off if he needs to. But this one I'm gonna give it 4 or 5. Like I
Okay.
thought it was bananas.
Next match, TNT Championship match. You have Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. This was a steel cage barbed wire match, right?
Hmm.
Um, the spots were cool. The theme was cool. Like the aesthetics and stuff like that, having Gangrel part of it, and the thing. You knew it was gonna be a shit show and a lot of blood and a lot of everything. It was what to expect. I thought it was a solid. I thought it was solid. It was nothing like crazy, crazy. Because again, you had crazy later on, but it was fun. It was fun, like to look back and see the Brood and all that shit too. So, and damn, he fucking broke his ankle on that fucking top rope shit, the top of the cage shit. Um, I go 4.
I think score wise, I'll go 4. I think my feelings on the match was just that it was the takeaway, the negative thing I think is I don't like somebody like Malachi in a match like that because I always think it's you limit him
Yeah,
or at least what you want to see him do
yeah,
by putting him in a restrictive thing like a cage
yeah,
with like barbed wire on it because like you can't touch everything. Like it did it because like there was parts of the match that did make me laugh where Ezra was trying not to get on the barbed wire and he ran, he jumped at the camera, caught him and his face was like, oh, like there was a bunch of little things like that, and I thought like that's cool and whatnot. I think the him tearing it off and then stabbing Malachi in the forehead was like disgusting.
yeah,
I think him jumping off the cage was cool. It sucks he hurt himself, but it still looked cool.
yeah,
Um, I think the fake out was actually cool, added to the story, like with the house coming out. I was like, all right,
yeah,
but I still think like a match between them would have been better. I feel like even hardcore, just without the cage, for them
Yeah.
to be able to move around and stuff. But like, just you want to see Malachi like kicking and doing all types of martial arts stuff, and it's like that doesn't make sense in a match like this.
You know what's
So like,
funny? Oh my
that's
bad.
about it.
Yeah.
That's
Finish
about
what
it.
you're
So
saying. Okay.
I'm still gonna go with the four, but like I the negatives for me are for different reasons.
The funniest thing is, and I just started cracking up to myself. This was the exact match probably he wanted with Finn Balor with the Judgment Day, and he did not get
Oh, okay.
because he wanted Gangrel to come and help him and shit, and they couldn't get an agreement because at the time McMahon ran it and he didn't want it.
Yeah, and I think that added to it. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
everything that the pop-ins and stuff added to it. Yeah,
yeah, because
it's
he
just.
did the whole Brood entrance and shit that they matched to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I still think that's one of the coolest WrestleMania entrances of all time.
and that's number three. He did it 3 times now. This will be the third Brood entrance. Next match. TBS Championship match. You got Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Monet. Um, again, I thought the women killed it this on this show. I think overall the women's matches are all high quality, and I thought they all did their thing. My only complaint about this match, one, I kind of saw Statlander eventually gonna do the turn because one, she was wearing all black, and then two, um, just it reminded me of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens when they celebrated and shit, and he slammed him on the floor. That's what I got when I saw them together. But beyond that, my only complaint and the only thing I did not like about this match was the finish. I did not like her doing that finish on Willow. It looked like it didn't hurt.
What's the score?
My score, I'm gonna go 4-5. I thought like again, I'll put this tied with Tony Storm and Deebs. I thought they both were excellent matches in different styles, but I did not like that finish. That finish kind of ruined it for me.
So this match, I think I would agree with the score because again, I said they were some of the highest quality matches on the show. I think that didn't have too much to take away from the match.
Yeah,
Uh, I I loved the pomp and circumstance. You better treat her like she's made of money. That grand ass entrance, good for her. Also good for Willow. I think I so the most of the match. I think the way they played it was surprising to me, and it's like the complete opposite of what you see when you tune in to AEW, and that is you usually see Willow fighting women tinier than her, and she has to fight them like normal people.
yeah,
And I think this match, she was able to fight like she was herself against a smaller opponent. And so you got to see her throw that woman around.
yeah. I agree
Like, I
with
think
that.
that was the story of the match was like you got to see Willow be Willow, like full on, and because they had an also high quality match that if you were surprised by this one, like you should watch the other one too because it's really good. But
Yeah,
like that gave them the chemistry, I guess, to know how to do what with each other. And so like everything, she was just grabbing her up, snatching her up, like not letting her get away with certain things. And I think that you got to see Mercedes. What she did learn from Japan was you got to see the technical stuff that she has,
yeah,
like that she did not have before.
yeah,
And I'm like, bruh, that's what you want to see, and then be surprised by. So like for me, just seeing all the new stuff and then seeing Willow be Willow, I'm still gonna give it a 4 or 5. Uh, as for the bad guy stuff, I'm not mad because at least it was done well.
yeah. And I'm,
It's
I'm glad it
just
happened like after the match. I didn't really
it's
like.
just I'm kind of sad because I like them as a tag team,
Yeah,
but also maybe maybe AEW. And I think maybe they are. They were a little slow on the gun of having women's tag team championships because they are the company with like 50 women.
yeah,
I think they should have had them already.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
so maybe I feel less of a sting because there's not like something on the line there. They're like, oh no, they were going for the championships. No, eh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, Statlander with the evil Stokely. Let's see where that goes.
But we'll see. But I'm glad they did it to like the end of the match. They didn't really like it. They did have a little interference, but it wasn't like it was not like it took all the way to the end kind of thing.
For me, it did not prelude to anything. It
No,
was not over the top, and it did not make me think, oh, they're gonna turn. It was just like,
no, no,
oh,
no. It was me more like the
it was
common
like,
knowledge.
damn it, Stokely.
It was just me remembering Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn's one, and that's where I saw. I was like, oh, she gonna beat her ass, isn't she? And that's where I saw it. But was it predictable? No, I kind of just saw it coming because how slow they were going up the ramp, and that was the only reason why I got it because it reminded me of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. But for overall, I thought the match was 4-5. I thought the women kind of killed it this in this pay per view. I'm very happy with it. Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship match. The Warriors' entrance was pretty cool.
Yes, definitely.
Um, yo, the him catching him with the kick and how they caught it on camera was really dope.
Hmm.
I think he has it on his Instagram. I was like, yeah, I was trying to find that picture and I couldn't find it for this cast, but it might be the when we post it up on SoundCloud. That would be the picture. But I enjoyed the story that they told. I enjoyed what they did. Was it my favorite match of the night? No, but it was a fun match nonetheless. I think I'll put it like right under Osprey and Strong by like 1 point. So I'll go. Well, I give it 4.75 with the Osprey Strong.
Hmm.
I'll go 4.5 with this match.
This one, I thought it was, like you said, it was fun. It was high energy. Um, Again, I wasn't expecting so much like chemistry between them because again, to my knowledge, they don't have many matches against each other, do they?
No,
Like when I think about it, like throughout just everywhere, they haven't really crossed paths at
nah. It
all.
was mainly him and he actually has history with Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. Other than that, he doesn't
More
really have
than
nothing with
yeah,
Christian.
yeah. So like I wasn't expecting that to be so good. So I have to give them credit for that. The things they were able to do in the ring. I think some of the outside stuff was a little bit of a distraction.
Yeah,
I do think though, for story wise, I look for credit because like I said, how I'm not really in tune with everything.
yeah,
I don't really buy into the perception that they haven't been doing work with Square because I think Christian is a top tier talent.
yeah,
I think that's people's perception. Maybe they don't want to feel like they putting Swerve up there, but like he's working with the guy that beat Kenny for the TNA title when he first showed up.
yeah.
Like, come on, what are you guys doing?
I think I was fine with Christian going at it, especially because his character work. So it didn't really push. Like when I found out he was gonna be the one, it didn't really like. I didn't bat an eye to it either. I was like, he was a great TBS
Exactly,
champ.
exactly.
I wouldn't even pass him taking it from Swerve in some
That's what I'm
fucked up
saying.
way.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it felt more than credible.
yeah,
So like, so for that, I'll give it more than its props. But like I said, a little bit of the stuff took away from it
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
Okay. Main event. Oh, you're still champion. Swerve.
Yes, sir.
The main event is the Elite versus Team AEW. Anarchy rule. Oh, Anarchy in Arena match. Um, this was chaos, but great chaos. It
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of fun. There was a lot of funny moments. I think towards the ending of the match, I got kind of worn out and like it kind of just went everywhere. And then they just left Darby hanging like a load of meat. Um, but I will say my favorite part of this thing is when they had the final countdown playing, and he was like, "Yo, stop, stop! That's costing us
Let's
20."
not discuss it.
That I
Yeah,
think that was my
yeah.
favorite part of the match, and then everything else kind of just went downhill. Like they had some crazy stunts, but I wasn't really impressed with them. It was just like, you're just trying like movie shit. But and then the flamethrower kind of show up. I was like, yeah, they're gonna use it this time. They had to use it because you
They
chose
have
it.
to. They,
Now it has to be used.
I gotta
Um,
give them credit though
yeah,
for that. They had to use it.
yeah.
They had to use it.
It was a fun match. It was chaotic. It was what it was intended to be. But that was my hands down. That was my favorite moment of the fucking thing. They had them play their theme song, and then they were like play the best theme song, and they played Final Countdown, and him stopping it because it was costing him fucking money. That shit had me fucking rolling. Other than that, like it was chaotic. It was what it was. Um, I go 425. Like it is what it is. Like I'm not crazy about the hardcore kind of shit all the time, and I feel like we had a lot in this show of that with the cage match and shit like that. So I was already kind of burned out with the whole chaotic shit. But again, the ending of the match wasn't my favorite, but that beginning and that whole little jokes here and there and the little spots here and there made me laugh. So I'll go 425.
I think I would mostly agree, but I think maybe it was just the timing for me, or how long the show already was that I wasn't as on board.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun and stupid that I can't give it below a 4. So
Mm,
I think it did its job.
okay.
Um, but my favorite thing is still and it is super obvious because it's just like, man, there's no way you sweating that hard.
Yeah.
Why you wet like that?
Oh, they
What?
dumped him in the fucking liquid. That's why.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. You just walking around like that. Just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Clean that off. So you knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um, and I have to give them credit because they did it. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, they gonna set that boy on fire. They set him on fire. Oh, they set him on fire. Good.
Stop
And
having Tony Khan do
nobody got
things.
hurt. And nobody got hurt.
Stop having Tony Khan do things. He looks very awkward when he does
Yeah,
things.
who cares? Let him be awkward. I don't need him to be a stuntman. Let him be a goofy boss. I don't care. Tony Khan is Tony Khan. I don't need him to be Vince. I don't need him to
Yeah.
be whatever authority figure that's good at it.
Yeah.
If he's bad at it, let him be bad at it
But
because it's like
yeah,
30 seconds of him being bad. So
that opening though had me fucking laughing. The whole
it,
final countdown shit had me rolling. I think that was
mhm,
the point that I really enjoyed the match, and then just got burnt out after a while.
yep,
And I hope it did cost him 200 grand to fucking play the song.
that would be funny.
Actually, I think it
Mhm.
is. I think it's really pricey for them to every time they play it.
Give those guys their money.
Yeah. Overall pay per view, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 4.25. I think I have to. It's just because the quality of the matches were
Yeah.
actually pretty good. Even if the stories I wasn't invested,
Yeah.
there were so many more high quality matches. And like we said, the woman killed it.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Women were great. I would have traded Orange Cassidy and Beretta for Deanna Peraza and Thunder Rosa to be on
The
the card.
one, I think the one low point, yeah.
That's the only thing I'll say. I'll trade that one. And again, not the quality of the match. The match was solid, but what you're telling me with the story, I'm not invested in that match at all. But I think you could easily put Deanna and Thunder Rosa, have 3 women's matches on that card, and had the rest sausage fest. So I'm just saying, I want more girls to be represented. And that was a good storyline. That was the other thing. Thunder and Deanna had a storyline more than they
Hmm.
did throughout the whole last month.
That's true.
That was my other thing. Other than that, yeah, go 4-5. I think it's fair like that. All right, we go to the podcast we listen to. Shout outs to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They always giving the great toy news and all, and trying to make us all broke. I think this is the last couple days you could pre-order the TNA Impact figures from Power Town. So if you're looking to buy those, do it in the next couple days. I think it ends that in a month. Um, I did listen to Chris Van Vliet today. He actually had Brooklyn Brawler on. It was actually a interesting conversation talking about Brooklyn Brawler. Um, he had Eric. He had Ivar on
Oh, okay.
last week. It was a good conversation too. That he had a hand in training a lot of people, like Kofi, um, like Tommaso Ciampa, Mercedes Monet. He trained them all.
Mm.
So there you go. And now our wrestling retrospect. It is your turn to pick. Who do you have?
Okay, I will pick. Hmm. See, now we're already past the point where I have to ask about certain people.
Yeah, we got like 105 people, so I wouldn't pass. We had to ask once in a while.
If I had to ask, you know what? We didn't do. Okay, okay. See, it might be hard to find because this stuff is New Japan. Damn.
Probably not.
Because I wanted to put Shibata. I
Shibata.
don't think we picked Shibata. Yeah.
Shibata. He's actually coming back from injury. Did we pick Shibata? No, did not. Shibata. Oh, I'm getting him Shibata. Oh no, we didn't pick him. I got him in Sonata, the mix, and I
Oh,
was like, no, that's the
oh,
one. Sabata. All right, Sabata is it? Yeah,
oh.
some really good classic ones. Him and Nakamura has some really good ones.
Okay, okay.
Cause he goes back then before his big head concussion shit. He has some like with Suzuki, with
Mm,
with Ishii. They used to beat the shit out of each other. So that's a
yeah,
lot of good
I
matches.
imagine.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of hard hitting ones too. Shit. All right.
Hmm.
All right. This is Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. Follow us on all social medias. I'm Mark the Mic on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok. Or Mark the Mic. Also follow Red Cycle Link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep. Yep. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Peace.